Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to episode 46 of the FC24 Youth Academy series with Charlton Athletic. Alright, taking a look at what we did last episode. If you've missed it, we got 4 wins and 1 draw. We only conceded once in the 5 games that we played. We were on absolute fire, and we've built the perfect foundation in order to perform well enough to finish out the season. The games we have to play in this episode are Tottenham, Newcastle, Arsenal, and Nottingham Forest. These are the very last 4 games of the Premier League season. Taking a look at the standings, we're currently sitting in 9th place with a goal difference of 13. We've accumulated 48 points. We're 4 points off of Brentford. If we perform well, we might be able to leapfrog them. Their goal difference is much worse than ours. Alternatively, though, if you take a look at Liverpool and Brighton, they're on the same level of points as us, but they do have the game in hand. So I can't really predict where we're going to end up as our final standings for this season. It's time to discuss the winner of the player of the episode for episode 45. Bobby Madigan showed so much class on the ball. His intelligence is so evident. Now that he's finally consistently performing for us, it's really nice to see. I could have given this award to several players, but I think Bobby Madigan was the standout. He now has a potential of 78. Taking a look at our first opponents for this episode, we're going to be playing Tottenham Hotspur. They're in a good run of form themselves. They've picked up 4 wins in their last 5 matches. They're currently sitting in 5th place. I've discussed this a couple episodes ago, but the gap between 5th place and all the teams below that is pretty stark, and we're going to have to be really focused to get a result. In terms of regens, Tottenham currently have 2. They're both midfielders. The first is Dauda Jamera. He's 84 rated, 6'2". His stats are extremely well-rounded. However, Spurs did agree a deal with Juventus. I'm not sure what the total was, but it is a shame to see this great player leave the Premier League. They also have Patrick McGee here. He looks like a homegrown Irish midfielder for Tottenham. His stats are also really well-rounded, but he is slightly worse than Jamera. When the Senegal midfielder does leave Tottenham, I'm sure Patrick McGee is the natural replacement for him. Let's take a look at the first starting 11 for this episode. We've got Nyeni starting up front, Andreo and Ayala as our wingers. Our midfield trio is composed of Geach, Madigan, and Gilzean, and our backline is Balkan, Antonez, Naholo, and Taverner, with Anamdi as a keeper. There hasn't been that much rotation lately because of our good form. I'm not really trying to meddle with a formula that's been successful for us lately. Let's just get straight into the game. It's Charlton Athletic versus Tottenham Hotspur at the Valley. There's Bentancur. The angle opened up for him, and he takes a shot at Anamdi. Sean Ayala. We're looking to Nyeni here. It's a good strike, and Vicario has saved it. No way! That's opened up for him. Nobody stuck out a foot. It's Mark Gilzean. That's a great effort, actually. One of his better ones, but it's still off target. He's got the pace to beat his man. Going inside here, and Nyeni was waiting. Balkan in the middle here. No way, and Nyeni's given us that pass. That is woefully bad. Good defending there by Naholo. He read that well. That's the end of the match. The referee has blown his whistle. It was a bit of a boring affair. Tottenham actually didn't really threaten our goal. We had a couple chances ourselves. We probably should be doing better than that. To be honest, both teams struggled to really threaten each other's goals. So this one's going to end up a draw. Alright guys, take a look at this transfer offer. Brentford have offered 4.6 million for Tolis Kairides. I really do like having Tolis on the team, but he's clearly not good enough to help us right now. I think a move would benefit him. I want to do this, but I'm absolutely not shutting the door on Tolis. I would like to see him back at the club if we figure out a deal here with Brentford. Alright, I've asked for 5.3 million and Brentford are happy to agree to that. Alright, we got an offer for Stepanic from Barcelona for some reason. We're going to try to push for over 5 million. Alright, I'm asking for 5.25 million and they've accepted it. Alright, we've got a loan offer from Brighton for Jesse Kana, and I'm going to be accepting this. Needs a little bit more game time, especially since Danny Antonez has come into the team. Alright, Kairides seems to be drawing attention. Espanyol have submitted a loan offer for him. It's a 2-year loan. I'm actually happy to agree to this. Alright guys, let's take a look at our next opponents. It's heavy hitters Newcastle, who are sitting in 3rd place. 3 wins in their last 5 matches. They have a very good squad, a very good attack. Gonna have to be mindful of these guys. In terms of regens, Newcastle United only have 1. His name is Ryan Hadley. He's Welsh, 6'1", 79 rated, 18-year-old center back. He has good potential. I would like to see him develop more in the team, and hopefully he features against us. Alright, this is the starting 11 to take on Newcastle United. There's only 1 change to this team. We're bringing Costa Lagesse back into the midfield to replace Finn Geach. Alright, we know what we can do against top teams in this league. We actually tend to perform decently against most of them. Let's hope for a good result here. It's Newcastle United versus Charlton Athletic. Oh, Jordan Balkan just used some really good dribbling skills there. Great tackle there. Here's Andreo. He doesn't have the space because Sven Botman is there yet again. Madigan. Ooh, we can unlock Andreo here. He needs to shoot, and it's a goal. There's a lot of pressure there. Fazal Andreo had to deal with 2 guys right on his tail, but Fazal's executed really well, and that's a decent finish. It's beaten the keeper. We have a lead here. Gilzean to Nyeni. Trying to beat his man here is Inyeni. Oh, that is just wide of the post. Good work here by Alexander Isak. And that's at the post. And for Newcastle, it's a good save that Anamdi has to pull out of the bag. Good space here for who is that? Batarina? Literally just knocked it forward ahead of himself. The pocket was open for him to shoot, and it's a goal. Dribbling here. Zinyani, space is opened up, and Pope has saved it. Good work. Oh, that's so good from Gilzine. That's saved by Nick Pope. Space opened up. There's Gilzine. That effort is saved. Too much space here for Newcastle. It's a good save by Namdi. Good stuff here. There's Inyeni. And there's Ayala. It's completely off target. It's terrible. It's so bad. I was expecting a right foot finish. And that's going to be the last action of the game. It's a 1-1 draw here at St. James Park. And the Newcastle fans are not content with this result. They're not happy with how much we were able to affect this game. I think the fans are underestimating us. We've shown our quality throughout the season, but neither of these teams were able to get an edge over each other. So it's going to be another draw. Loan offer from Blackburn Rovers for Tolis Kairidis. I'm accepting this one as well. An update for Cameroon sees many more players here, but the best of the crop is currently this one. Decent goalkeeper in terms of overall, but his potential isn't really there. So I'm going to keep waiting. It sucks that the youth players for our team have not been great lately. Alright, our second to last opponents in this season are going to be Arsenal. This is an impeccable team. They've won their last 3 games. They're currently sitting at the top of the table. It's going to be quite difficult to get a result from these guys, but we have gotten familiar with top quality opposition this episode. We've played Tottenham and Newcastle. It's time for Arsenal. They're most likely starting a regen named Fergani. Let's take a closer look at him. Alright, let's take a look here. Nuri Fergani, 84 rated, 22 years old. He's 5'9" with 91 pace. I mean, this guy is going to be a problem for us. We've made 2 changes to the starting 11. We're bringing Thomas Briam and Finn Geach back into the midfield to replace Bobby Madigan and Costa Lagesse. Hopefully he doesn't come back to bite us. Bobby Madigan has been playing really well lately. Let's see what we can do against Arsenal away from home. Gabriel Jesus. Here's Sambi for Arsenal. Namdi got his fingertips to that one. Saliba for Arsenal.
Nope.
There's Gabriel Jesus. And it's a slide tackle from Bo Taverner that's directly responsible for stopping a goal. Balkan working very hard to keep up with these Arsenal attackers. Treya in the middle. Thomas Briam to Lamar Gilzine. That's blocked by Saliba. Chance opening up here for Arsenal, and it's a block by Denny Antonez. It still has to be saved by Nandi. We've conceded a corner. Thomas Briam. Here's Andreo. It's actually a good strike there. Good work. Thomas Briam. He's fouled by Fergani. That's going to be bad for him. It was kind of from behind, and he stopped the move. It's a red card. He's been sent off. Passing here's Gadia for Arsenal. Too much space, but we got a block in. Too much space for Arsenal here. It's Gabby Jesus. He's probably going to get a shot away. That was so important. Oh, Jordan Bakani saved us. That was an open net for Bukayo Saka. It's found here on the wing. Here's Sean Ayala going inside. Abelard's missed. How has Abelard missed it? Sean Ayala did all the work. It's an open net for Abelard and Yeni. He's shot it. I mean, to be fair, it's not off target, but it's not in the middle of the net. No way. Another chance for Arsenal here. It's been stopped. No, I don't allow this. I don't. This game is insanity. Oh my gosh, the referee has called full time. What a chaotic end to a match. Man, I really think Inyeni should be burying that chance that Sean Ayala gave him at the end of the game. Still another good point against a good team, but we're going to be going home thinking about what could have been. Alright, we've got an update from Panama. The best player is still this guy right here. Decent overall, decent potential, but I want a little better than that. I'm going to wait until the mission is done in Panama to make a decision. Alright guys, for the first time in ages, we have a Youth Academy promotion to discuss. It's Akararu Malaitai. He's 68 rated. Now, as you can see, he's gone up 10 this season. It's because I'm giving overall boosts to our Youth Academy players. Because we lost so many last season, because we're in the Premier League, we just need a lot better talents. The talents that we do promote to the team need to be exceptional if they're going to be involved in this Premier League squad. All right, we've got an immediate offer for Akararu, 2.9 million. His market value is 3. We're just rejecting this. All right, it's time to look at our final opponents of this episode and our final opponents of this season. We're going to be playing 18th placed Nottingham Forest, who are not playing well recently. Their form is bad. 4 losses out of their last 5 games. Team's not too bad, but it's certainly one of the worst ones in the league. All right, we've got a couple of regions to take a look at in Nottingham Forest's team. Looks like they might be starting Dylan Goddard, 79 rated. rated, 19 years old. He's got 4 play styles, 6'4" from Northern Ireland. We've also got Risto Hautala, an 81 rated Finnish winger, 87 pace. He could be a problem. Tony Koffel is a Swiss defensive midfielder, 6'2". His stats are well rounded. And finally, they have Leo Marriott. He's 80 rated at the age of 19, 6'3". He has 81 pace. This guy could be very annoying to play. Alright, it's 2 changes to our starting 11. It's Lagasse and Madigan back into the midfield. Really looking to end this season on a strong note, but it doesn't really matter what happens in this game. If we do end up winning this match, we will be leapfrogging Liverpool and finish in 9th place. But if we lose it, we could see ourselves finish as low as 11th, but it's not that big of a deal. Let's just get into the match. It's Charlton Athletic versus Nottingham Forest at the Valley. Morgan Gibbs White with too much space and time to operate, but Naholo's there to stop the chance. Dreo. Gilzine. Back to Andreo. Here's Nyeni. That has to be on target, and it is. It's actually a really nice finish by Abelard Nyeni. Might be his first of the episode, but it comes at a crucial time. Played that really smartly there, guys. That's a good finish. Really satisfying to see. Ayala to Nyeni. And here's Andreo. That's off target. That's really disappointing. Gilzine to Madigan. Here's Andreo trying to shoot. He's found the space and he's found his goal at the death of the first half. We've been plugging away, applying certain pressure. Nottingham have dealt with it well after the first goal, but not in that move. Good space here for Nottingham Forest. It's a good stop by Namdi. Great composure there by Naholo. Oh, that's so good. So happy to have him on the team. Oh, he's knocked it forward. Fazal wants to take his man on. I think he'll beat him here. Has to go inside here to Abelard and Nyeni. It's opened up and Turner saved it. Nottingham Forest trying to trick us and dribble the ball into the goal. It's not going to happen. It's for Binyi. Dreo going inside here to Kyrides. He's beat his man and he's beat the keeper. We have a third goal here. Tolis Kyrides showing great control and composure there to finish that chance. And this is the perfect cherry on top of what's been a very good ending to the season. Alright, the 90 minutes are up. We finally have a victory in this episode. It's a 3-0 thrashing of Nottingham Forest. We never really seemed to be threatened that game. We showed our quality. It's a really professional display that comes at a really good time to finish the season on a strong note. Wow, Saskar Nahola had an 8.1 in that game. He was absolutely immense. He was amazing in defense. One of his best performances this season. And with that is the close of the Premier League season. We finish in 9th. Liverpool ended up losing to Manchester United at Old Trafford. So our goal difference of 16 has really helped us out. I was aiming for a little bit higher, but I'm very content with this. Being in the top half of the table is difficult for a newly promoted side. I'm glad we've done it. It's a great platform for us to go on and do bigger things next season. Actually, taking a look at other teams' stats, it looks like we have the best defense in the league. No wonder our goal difference is so good. If we can get our attack clicking a little bit more consistently next season, we're going to be a huge threat. Our whole city have put in a 1-year loan offer for Malaitai. We're going to accept it. 2-year loan offer from Hav for Tolis Kyrides. We're going to be accepting this one as well. Alright, looks like Tolis Kyrides has accepted a loan move to Mallorca for 2 years. Alright, the scouting update from Hungary has just come back, and unfortunately, we still don't have a single player to promote. Alright, guys, I'm very disappointed to report that we're not going to sign a single player from Cameroon. I mean, I was taking a look here at Dodo Diop. I mean, he's probably close to 70 rated. Because we don't have a backup keeper, I actually might sign him, but I don't know. I feel like we could get another backup from the free agents list, so I'm just going to reject it and move on. Alright, guys, we're going back to the homeland of Saskar Naholo. We're going to Namibia, looking for any type of player for 3 months. Unfortunately, it's the same issue with Panama. None of these players are good enough to promote to the team. You can see their potentials, their overalls are just not good enough. We have to move on. Alright, guys, our next scouting destination will be Tunisia. We're specifically looking for midfielders. Looks like AC Milan have won the Champions League. That's interesting to see. KRC Genk have won the Conference League as well. PSG won Ligue 1, Bayern won the Bundesliga, actually Napoli won the Serie A, Bayern are the winners of the Eredivisie, Benfica won the league in Portugal, and Real Madrid are the winners in La Liga. Alright, guys, it's that time of the season where we give a squad update for all the players that are currently at the club. We have Issam Namdi up 3 to 77, Jeffa Binyi up 2 to 73, Jordan Balkan up 2 to 76, Jesse Kana up 1 to 72, Huna Mogo up 18 to 73, Saskar Naholo up 2 to 76, Akararu Malaitai up 10 to 68, Maru Katongo up 17 to 72, Frida Toasin up 10 to 73, Jordi Sapanic up 3 to 71, Denny Anton is up 1 to 78. Bo Taverner up 3 to 76. Justin Cramsey up 3 to 72. Marcus Cooley up 15 to 70. Bobby Madigan up 2 to 73. Ben Geach up 1 to 73. Thomas Briam up 2 to 73. Costa Legesse up 3 to 74. Lamar Gilzine up 3 to 76. Archel Patakia up 1 to 64. Arif Zainalu up 16 to 71. Fazal Andrio up 4 to 80. Sean Ayala up 3 to 77. Dennis Rebello up 6 to 73. Roberto Noguera up 2 to 76. Tolis Kyrides up 2 to 72. Abelard Anyeni up 4 to 79. And Wesley Liang up 16 to 73. Our top appearance maker for the season is Fazal Andrio. He made 42 appearances for the club. Right behind him is Issa Namdi, Bo Taverner, Isaskar Naholo, and Sean Ayala actually. In terms of clean sheets, Isaskar Naholo is at the front with 14 of them. It's a decent haul, 12 in the Premier League. That's good to see. As I stated before, we were the best defensive team in the league, so our defenders have had a really strong influence on our performance. Right behind Naholo is Namdi, Taverner, and Balkan, as well as Gilzine, Ayala, and Yeni and Andrea with 13. Our top assister was actually Sean Ayala and Abelard and Yeni, although Ayala played a little bit more game time than Abelard. Sean Ayala started the season off in red hot form. He was absolutely our best player for about 3 episodes, but after that he absolutely cooled down, and towards the latter half of the season he started to heat up a little bit more. He was pretty inconsistent for us throughout the entire season, but he scored 9 goals, assisted 10 in the league. 10 goals, 12 assists, and 41 appearances. That's a good return for a new player. We also have Abelard and Yeni. I mean, scoring 17, assisting 12 in your first season in the Premier League is a great feat for anybody. I'm really happy that he started life in the Premier League on a strong footing. Right behind these two was Fazal Andrio with 10 assists in the league. And our top scorer for the season was Abelard and Yeni and Fazal Andrio. These two are obviously our 2 best players. They are indispensable in our attack. Unfortunately, through large parts of the season, we relied too heavily on these guys, and when they weren't performing, we rarely scored the goals. It's kind of why I thought Sean Ayala was going to really help us build a very good attack, and he still might do next season. He's obviously going to be a big part of our season next time out in the Premier League, but we definitely need to improve our attacking consistency. But fair play to these two, and Yeni and Andrio, scoring 17 each in the season. Fazal had 15 in the league, so Abelard wins the Golden Boot for the club, I guess. That leads me to player of the season. I just think it's Abelard and Yeni. It's really close with Fazal Andrio. They weren't the most consistent, but they're obviously really good players, and this summer we're going to be seeing high bids for these players. There's going to be a lot of attention for them, but I'm happy to give it to Abelard. I mean, he's literally top scorer, and he's tied with most assists. Those stats are not the only ones I'm looking at, though. His average in the Premier League is the highest in the squad, which means he was performing the best on average out of any player in our team. Fazal Andrew is right behind him with 7.07 though. Sean Ayala is 6.94. He's right there. Shout out to Mark Gilzine, by the way. He started the season really well, and he's been consistent for us. Glad to see he's 76 rated. But that's going to be the end to this crazy season. I had a lot of fun in our first season in the Premier League. We finished 9th, and I'm hoping to build off of that. I'm hoping to push for European football next season. You guys are just going to have to stick around to see that happen. To hopefully see new players come into the club as well. There's going to be transfer activity to go over. It's going to be a lot of fun. That's it for me this episode and this season, guys. If you've enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like on the video. Leave any suggestions you have in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel to not miss out on any new content, and I'll be seeing you in the next season.